Welcome back to Dave and Audrey. She's a bit wet. What a lovely walk up this morning. The sun's just coming up. Today we're sort of favourite spot. We've not camped up here for months. I had a little lunch over by the wall in the wind, which I think was my kind of COVID update. This part of the wood got blown down and they've taken all the wood away. But there's absolutely an abundance of fairly seasoned. I think it came down about 6-7 months ago, which isn't the best, but if it gets dry it still burns not too bad, especially some of the size of it. Wee bit smoky, not the best wood to burn, but it's pine, it's quite resinous. And so I've got my old saw and a bag, so I'm going to sort of chop up some bits of wood from here and then walk over to my favourite little spot on the hill, put up the hammock, have a wee hang with this little one. She's got her jumper, got the hammock, haven't put the hammock up for ages. I've got my little wood burner. I'll talk you through that again. I'm going to try and mod it. I got a couple of wee metal drill bits, so I'm going to try and add a little bit of ventilation to that stove. I still haven't sort of decided whether or not I'm going to get the family to buy me a bush box for my Christmas, because the titanium one is £130, and I just like this cheap little Chinese one so much. I can't like indulge myself. It just doesn't feel right, so I don't know. I just love the titanium with the little leather pouch. I would get a lot of enjoyment out of it, so I'm not too sure. So I'm going to have a little final look at my cheap Chinese wood stove, see what it's like with the mods, because I really like the little opening front door of that, because you can rest the wood in, whereas the bush box is just straight and you have to kind of stick it. I don't know. Anyway, do some sawing here, fill up my blue wood bag, have a good little hike over the other side of the hill, get the hammock set up, have a little bit of lunch. We've got some vegetarian bits and pieces in a roll. She'll get a wee bit of sausage, so she's happy. So thanks again for tuning in, everyone, and big shout out to a guy called David. I had my first YouTube influencer sensation. I was in Tesco and a guy comes up to me, do you do a bit of YouTube? Are you the... So big shout out to David. I think he must live up St Andrews way. So thanks for coming up to me and just checking in. I was buzzing on that, really was. Right, so I'm just going to get the saw out, do a bit of sawing. chopped up. It's fairly dry actually, because it's quite thin and it's been on the ground for 5-6 months. That's looking quite good actually. That's a bag full. It's not too heavy, but it's a wee bit of a kind of lug, so that'll probably do. I was thinking about sort of setting up and coming back, but I don't know, we'll see what the time goes. Really just a bit of prep for my titanium wood stove. I got a cheap camp bed, can't remember who makes it, but it's a clippy together thing, heavy, but I've got this kind of visual of my wood stove, a slightly raised camp bed off the ground, my mat, just a really luxurious up, I'll show you where, favourite spot. So I'm just trying to get a wee bit of a supply, because there's absolutely no fallen wood up there, so I'm just as well trying to kind of utilise this for across there. So right, crack on. Just before I kind of move from this side, just the cloud, the kind of cloud inversion, I guess you'd be describing that. I mean, look at the firewood. And some of it's good thickness. That old little wood saw, I got it, I can't remember, just sort of picked up. A neighbour's a joiner, and he tends to sort of throw out a lot of his stuff after, because he's cutting dry wood, whereas an old saw like that for softwood, that, you know, because I was going to get a new fold down, but having the bag, wrapping that up in a bag and using the bag as my wood carriers, working out really, really well. Haven't been up here for ages. These little pine, they must grow 2 or 3 feet a year, because I only come up here in the winter because there's really bad flies up here, and they were like a lot shorter. I used to have a little fire across there. I mean, a bit more protection this way from the elements, so not complaining. This space just remains nice and fairly level here, so it's a good little camp spot, quite hunched down. So got a big blue bag of wood. I'm going to try and stack that somewhere a little bit sheltered, so it's sitting up here off of the ground behind a tree. Hammock up, and found this in the hammock. Thought I'd lost that, so shows you how long. Oh, she's coming up. Hang on. Oh, there you go. Look what I found. Your favourite blank. Your favourite blankie. Alright. Oh, that's it. It's been ages since we've just like put the hammock up in the woods and chilled. Oh yeah, boys are. Sleeve for a mat, but this is just like tinfoil stuff for, I think it was under laminate flooring, but it really does the damage, just reflect a bit your, especially around your core. It makes You're a sprightly wee soul. Right, I've got some water for her. Oh man, I think the clouds are coming in actually. A nice morning. I've not even got my jumper on underneath this and my hat, so... Right, I'm going to get a little bit of wood for the fire stove, the twig stove. Yeah, those clouds are coming in. Man, that's amazing. The ground's nice and wet. Just kind of build it up, put a few bits in the front, and then I kind of put a couple of bits to hold the pan. That thumbs through in these old gloves. I'll need to stitch that up a bit because like thumbs right through onto that cotton. They're just cheap little work gloves. Bang it all into one roll. Bit of flat, bit of black pudding, and then little one gets most of the length sausage. That's how we do it. I'll let that sausage cool down for the wee one. Ooh. What's that, a triple decker or something? That's it. Let's get this coffee on before it starts raining really heavy. Cheers everyone. It's actually got a bit wetter. We'll let the fire go down, let the fire go out, pack up, get down the road. I've left a bag full of chopped logs, so that was the kind of mission today, so I'm quite pleased. Just sending my love and best wishes to Gordon and Morven and their family. That's my brother, one of my brothers, and they've got some serious health worries going on in their family, so our thoughts are with you guys just now. I think it's really important to recognise that when you're doing these little videos and stuff on YouTube, you're trying to portray, you know, good stuff out in the woods with the wee one chilling in the hammock, but real life's going on as well. And I think for everyone, you know, when you end up having serious health worries in the family and stuff, and you know, it's really hard. You know, life can be shit at times, it really can. So my thoughts and our love goes to Gordon, Morven and the family. So hoping, sending you our prayers and love just now when things are so difficult. Oh, what's this? What's this? Right, I think we're signing out. Audrey, come here. What's this? What's this? Look. Oh, look. She's away. She has to say goodbye as well because she's the star of the show. My little buddy. This is Audrey, for anyone who's new to the channel. She's a jackadoodle. She's about 6, so she's quite, I was going to say sensible and mature. Let's just stick with the mature bit just now. She's a brilliant wee dog. Are you? Eh? Yeah. She's getting into her vegetarian sausages, so that was a really nice little lunch in the woods. We're going to get the Pomoli hot tent out soon, hence the trying to get a little bit of wood prepped, because there's virtually no wood up this bit. It's all new woodland. Nothing, all the kind of down, the drier sort of dead stuff's away across the other side of the woods. So right, we're going to switch this off. Probably won't do much filming going down the hill because it's getting quite wet. You are just the cutest, aren't you? Take care.